Hi everyone. Today topic is gum pad. What is gum pad? So this is the discussion of pre-dental period or dentate period. Now we are discussing here the gum pad. The gum pad, it is the alveolar process at the time of birth are known as gum pads. So we easily hear this is the alveolar process and the time at birth it is known as gum pad. Gum pad are pink in color. We can easily appreciate it is pink in color, firm and are covered by a dense layer of fibrous periosteum. These are pink in color and covers by a dense layer of fibrous periosteum. So this gum pad is a horseshoe shape in maxillary arch. Now you can easily appreciate the maxillary gum pad is horseshoe shape and it is in two portions, that is the one portion is the labiobuccal portion. You can easily appreciate here the labio, this is the labiobuccal portion and the one is the lingual portion. The two portions of the gum pad are separated from each other by groove called the dental groove. The dental groove, which extends from the incisive papilla and run towards the molar area. So you can easily learn here this is the labiobuccal portion of the gum pad and this is incisive papilla where the dental groove runs from the incisive papilla to the posterior region of the molar area. The gum pad, which is divided into 10 segments by 10 grooves, that is called transverse groove. These are the grooves. So the gum pad, which are divided in 10 segments, and each segment there is developing tooth sac is present. So in the maxillary gum pad there is horseshoe shaped and each gum pad contains 10 segments. As similar to in lower gum pad there is also 10 segments and each segments has a developing tooth sac. So this is all about the segment of the gum pad and that segment is divided as a transverse groove and each part contain a developing tooth sac. What is lateral sulcus? Now we are here representing what is lateral sulcus. Basically lateral sulcus is present in between the canine and deciduous first molar. In the upper gum pad the lateral sulcus position is slightly anterior, whereas in lower gum pad the lateral sulcus is present in canine and deciduous first molar but it is slightly distally. So this is the lateral sulcus of gum pad. Now we come over the point what is gingival groove. Basically gingival groove in upper arch which separates the palate from the gum pad, that is known as gingival groove, whereas in lower arch basically it is in lower arch the gingival groove which separates lingually from the floor of mouth. Here we can easily appreciate these are the gingival groove which separates the gum pad from the floor of mouth. In the lower gum pad this is U-shaped arch, whereas in upper gum pad we are earlier discussed it is horseshoe shaped and In the lower gum pad, it is basically similar to each other. One difference is that there is lateral sulcus which retain more distally as compared to the maxillary arch. Lateral sulcus means a sulcus which is present between the canine and the deciduous first molar area, and it is slight distally as compared to the upper maxillary gum pad. So now we come over the now we can discuss in this diagram. This is the gum pad of the maxillary arch, which is horseshoe shape, and this is the gum pad of the mandibular arch, which is U shape. Now we can easily appreciate here the lateral sulcus, that is, in the maxillary gum pad, the lateral sulcus is more anteriorly, whereas in the mandibular gum pad, lateral sulcus is slightly distal, and in contact there is posterior gum pad in close approximation, and at that time the sufficient overjet is present here. This is the overjet which is present in between the upper gum pad and lower gum pad, and due to this sufficient overjet, the child can give the suckling movement and easily feed, and some child have habit of tongue thrust. So this is all about the gum pad. Hope you all like this video. If you like, please share and subscribe my channel.